station.
Coming up on the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, tighter enforcement for local boating operators. The VAT holiday now underway. Scotiabank opens new financial center. In sports, Jazz bounces back from injury. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. Pleasure and leisure craft operators can expect tighter enforcement and increased oversight over the boating industry in the country. Minister of Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, reiterating government's commitment to bringing increased vigilance over the pleasure craft industry in response to the recent rise of boating accidents involving tourists on the high seas. Under the amendments of the 2024 Boat Registration and Water Skiing and Motorboat Control Bill in Parliament, every boat must be inspected by the new Providence Port Authority, and owners must provide records of crew training and boat maintenance prior to registration.
In my budget communication in June, I did mention some of the changes we're going to be making at the Port Department to make sure that we are ensuring safety is the order of the day, and how we're going to make sure that the crafts are maintained to make sure our guests are safe. So I spoke about that. We've already started implementing those. We've had conversations and meetings, and persons are excited to make sure that they keep up the standard, that they protect our tourists, and they do what's best to make sure that their business continues to grow.
Now, under the amendments, penalties will be strengthened with boat owners who fail to register their vessels, facing fines between $5,000 to $10,000 and a $1,000 to $5,000 fine for hiring persons without obtaining a license. 2 males and a female arrested in 2 separate incidents early Saturday for possession of illegal firearms. The first incident led police at a residence on Palm Tree Avenue, Coconut Grove, where they found an unlicensed firearm in a home. 2 occupants, a 25-year-old male and a 21-year-old female, were taken into custody for this incident. Now, later over in Grand Bahama, police arresting a 33-year-old male on East Sunrise Highway for an unlicensed firearm that contained a quantity of ammunition. Investigations continuing into both matters. Enhanced financial services now available to hundreds of Bahamians with the opening of Scotiabank's Sales Center on Wolf Road. A grand ceremony took place earlier this week for the unveiling of the new facility and services. Managing Director for Scotiabank Bahamas Limited, Roger Archer, calling it significant.
If you look at financial services and banking in the Bahamas over the last 5 years, we've been going through a transformation. The goal for the sales center is to give us an opportunity to sit and have meaningful conversations with clients. As I shared during the preamble, what we want to do is to help clients create wealth. What we've focused on in the past is doing transactions. We've invested in digital and electronic solutions to allow customers to do transactions outside of the branch network, outside of the sales center, so that when you visit us, we can sit and help you to plan your wealth creation and to create to purchase your assets over time.
Now, the financial institution also undergoing a digital transformation with the upgrade of its automatic banking machines and banking services. Scotiabank has been providing financial services in the Bahamas since 1956. The institution currently operates a network of 19 branches offering retail, commercial, and cash management services to individuals, businesses, and corporations.
The center is very important, especially Scotiabank, because our clients are the source of our success. And so we understand what it is to be able to serve clients in a manner that's very convenient for them. So at the sales center, we don't do transactions, we offer advice and solutions. So our financing experts, our financial experts, they're solely focused on meeting with clients and offering them financial solutions and advice.
Well, still to come, the VAT holiday underway. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. There's more after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Girl, Chris, guess what? I just booked the tickets online.
Now, where you get it sitting? First class, business class, or plus?
Preferred.
You got it sitting all the way to the back of the plane in front of the bathroom just because you want to be cheap?
The way you travel may change, but immunization is always in style. Before your trip, get your immunizations in advance, like yellow fever, hepatitis B, influenza, COVID-19, and meningitis.
A message from PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Canadian Government, the Caribbean Development Bank, and USAID.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Free monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. The value-added tax holiday is now underway and will continue until September 14th. During this time, parents can stock up on those much-needed school supplies to prepare children for the classroom, from books and pencils to clothing. Acting Control in the Department of Inland Revenue, Shonda Strand, says adults can also make purchases not related to school, like shoes, also taking advantage of the tax break.
There's some things that the average Bahamian can take advantage of, even if it's not, you're not a school or a person going back to school. Like, we also want to, kind of urge businesses. It's a good time for businesses to purchase office supplies because there are no real limitations on quantity. You could purchase as much as you want. So like I've been telling my account staff, this is a good time to go purchase all those things we normally need and save a couple of dollars.
She says the benefit is you don't have to travel to the United States to save, adding that there are no concessions during the period for individuals who shop abroad.
If you travel away to get those things, you still have to come back. You have to pay to bring them back. So you have to pay the overweight baggage. Then you have to pay customs. So there's no concession for persons who bring things back. The concession is for you to purchase at our local stores, and then you're really you're helping business. You're helping the community by purchasing locally.
Literature is an ethical laboratory. The Bahamas Literacy Association and Invested Citizens this week shared their opinions on the effects of low literacy on the Bahamas. Our intern, Jada Roll, reports.
Your level of literacy can determine the kind of citizen you'll become. Literacy rates in the Bahamas have caused quite a stir, as seen with the recent release of the country's national exam results. The Bahamas Literacy Association strives to increase the rate of literacy in the Bahamas. President of the association, Ruth Sumner, on possible solutions to the problem.
Everybody must have hands on deck. Not only the classroom teachers, but we need the parents. We need corporate Bahamas. We need volunteers. I mean, we can train you to how to become tutors, but we just need persons to volunteer. It's a very expensive venture, I must say.
While literacy rates are an academic problem, some correlate the issue to crime statistics, illustrating studies showing the less the population is able to read, the more likely some are to turn to delinquency. Co-founder of the Bahamian publishing company, Through the Pages, Beverly Turnquest, shares her thoughts.
When you can get kids to read, something happens. A reader normally develops a natural empathic quality. I'll give you an example. My best friend betrayed me. I'm angry. I'm going to blast her, this and that. As a reader, the first thing you think is the story behind that. Why would she do that?
Through programs like Read and Paints and training volunteer tutors, the association fosters literacy in adults and students alike. Rashanique Smith, the treasurer of the Bahamas Literacy Association, describes the response to their ongoing initiatives.
Well, for persons who understand the need, they're very receptive to it. And I think the joy mostly comes when you see a student who has been failing, I'm talking about F or 0 point, making that 1.9 or 2.0, then you know that all your work was not in vain.
They recognize that this initiative must garner support and funding for there to be a more impactful change in our communities. The Literacy Association encourages those who can donate their time, funding, or books to help spark a love for reading and assist in grooming better citizens. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jada Rule.
President of the Bahamas Educators Guidance Counselors and Allied Workers Union, Sandra Major, says teachers across the Bahamas, especially those on Grand Bahama and Abaco, continue to bend over backwards to ensure student success, despite the setbacks of 2019's Hurricane Dorian and 2020's COVID pandemic.
They're not as strong as they can be because of what they've gone through. But through all of that, those teachers on those islands are working. They're working hard. They have made the investment because they understand that the education system is about our children. They understand that the needs of those children must be met. They've made sacrifices to themselves just because of the needs of children. So those teachers have stood the test, and they are going through whatever is necessary. So we have to support them when their needs are there. And if the Ministry of Education is willing, has to support the teachers, not just Grand Bahama and Abaco, because we're focusing on them, but teachers across the archipelago.
Major, who is president of the 800-member-strong Grand Bahama-based union that came out of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, was asked about the state of unions following the release of the 2024 national examination results.
Through all that we have gone through, I look to see what the positive is. And we build on the positive, and next year say that, yeah, we went from a 1.2 to a 1.75. We made an improvement. We're headed in the right direction. Teachers have been working. Parents, we call for you. Join us in this fight, because your child will improve if you work with us. And so whatever it is, I do know that we have made a difference and a change, and we're headed in the right direction in this country.
Rain dampened many plans for back-to-school giveaways here in the capital, but that did not deter many constituencies as they held festivities to ready children for the opening of schools next month. Hundreds turned up in Centreville, and our Vaughn Albury was there.
We're here at St. George's Park, and this is a fair like none other. This is a back-to-school giveaway hosted by the Member of Parliament for Centreville, the Honourable Jomo Campbell. I mean to tell you, there are thousands of people here. And with me, the Member of Parliament himself. Mr. Campbell, this is big.
Well, you know, as we say in Centreville, go big or go home.
In fact, it's not only about children, but tell us, what do you have here for the children today?
We have cakes, ice cream, cupcakes, sundaes, ice cream rolls, drink stations, face painting, bouncy castles, you name it, we have it. We just try to make it a family fun day.
Did the rain deter you in terms of the plans for setting up?
Well, you know, you could always plan a picnic, but you could never predict the weather. But we were prepared for the split second. As soon as we got a break, you know, the Lord smiled on us today, and as he said, suffer the little children to come unto him, and so here you have it.
In terms of also parents and grandparents, many parents here.
Well, you know, we wanted to make sure we put on a responsible event. So we have a busing system to and fro for persons who are unable to drive. But we know that most if not all of the children would have to be accompanied by either a parent or a guardian. And so we had to make it fun for the parents as well to come out.
And in terms of the message, because this is a community effort and you also have corporate partners. Tell us about that.
Well, I'd like to say a very warm thank you, heartfelt, sincere thank you to CLX, Iron Ox, Caso's Kitchen, Kiwanis, who came out here and assisted us with volunteers, and the list goes on and on. I just left Columbus Primary with the Rotary Club of Southeast Nassau, who are doing a tremendous job in renovating and rebuilding a library for the school. So, you know, it takes teamwork to make the dream work, and that's what we're all about in here. Our message in Centreville is that we're not just building a community, we're building a family through constituents, one event and one situation at a time.
And indeed, this is not the only, you talked about Columbus Primary, but you also did in other areas here in your Centreville constituency.
Yep. Well, again, thank you to the Airport Division of Immigration and Urban Renewal. We hosted an event there on DeVoe Street this Wednesday where they catered to over 300 youngsters. As we speak right now, on Fowler Street on the basketball court, Commonwealth Bank has joined us in Centreville and are doing the very same thing. You know, Centreville is a large constituency with over 12 polling divisions from Wolf Road to Bay Street. And so we welcome all the help we could get as we look to build our nation forward.
There you go. Yeah. This scene is being duplicated across New Providence with a number of constituencies holding their own back-to-school giveaways. And indeed, the sun is out. The rain has gone, so the children are also out, and the parents. This is a fun time in preparation for the opening of schools on September 2nd. Reporting from St. George's Park, I'm Vaughn Aubrey for the Bahamas Tonight.
Well, great work down there in Centreville. We'll be back after this break.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need you 25 cents no more.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports, everyone. I'm Amjad Knowles, topping sports and baseball news. Bahamian baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm Jr. making his return from injury last night against the Colorado Rockies. The Yankees activated Chisholm from the 10-day injured list on Friday after he was out with a sprained left elbow. Chisholm was injured on August 12th during a head-first slide into home plate while scoring against the White Sox. Initial x-rays were clear, but surgery was considered until an MRI showed no damage to his UCL. Jazz, however, would go 0 for 3 at the plate in his return. The Yanks would win 3-0, powered by Aaron Judge's 49th home run of the season. Since joining the Yankees from the Marlins on July 27th, Chisholm has hit .316 with 7 home runs, 11 ribbies, and 5 stolen bases in 14 games. Overall, he has a .257 average with 20 home runs, 61 RBIs, and 27 stolen bases. The Yankees continuing their series against the Rockies this evening. In the spirit of back to school, Bahamian basketball star Buddy Hield doing his part to give back. Hield hosting his annual back to school drive over in 8 Mile Rock, Grand Bahama this week. Dozens of eager young students receiving a number of items to help in preparation for the new school year. Book bags, water bottles, sneakers, as well as planners before playing a few games with the newest member of the Golden State Warriors. In track and field news, perhaps turning back the hands of time, Bahamian Olympian Tim Munnings taking gold at the 25th World Athletics Masters Championships over in Sweden. Munnings, who had already secured the bronze in the men's 200 meters earlier in the competition, would cross the tape first in the men's 400 in a time of 53.05, besting Italy's Claudio Fausti and Francesco Agostino. Still on track, this time in the pit. We caught up with local jumps coach Jameson Pratt as we talk about the status of the country's junior jumps program and plans for the future.
Me and the rest of the jump coaches are doing our best to get the juniors to an international competing level, and I think we're doing a great job. Especially this season, we did an amazing job, especially on the girls' side. This is the first time, I think, in a long time we had over 12, no, I wouldn't say 12. I would say over 8 girls over 550, and that's a pretty remarkable mark. Considering what we had the past few years. And then on the triple jump side, we have more and more girls interested in the triple jump, and same as on the boys side as well. We have more boys interested in the triple jump. The long jump has always been full, but we have more than 4 or 5 guys over 7 meters in the junior ranks, which hasn't been done in a while.
He also spoke on what he feels is missing.
What I think is missing is that people need to realize that not everybody is a sprinter, not everybody is a hurdler. You have to go out and search in events that may not seem appeasing to the eyes. You might be running the 100 meters, but then you may be a javelin thrower for all we know, like Keyshawn Strawn. Or you may come down from the 100 meters to the triple jump like William McKinney and realize that you are successful there. So certain things like that, because not everybody is going to be a 1, 2, or 4 guy.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Saturday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Hardware is the helpful place. Everything you need under one roof. From electrical, paint, plumbing, outdoor, barbecue, automotive, lawn and garden, pet supplies, houseware, and seasons. Hurricane season is now here. So for all your hurricane needs, we have a 25% off bargain zone.
Hey, thanks. I would have given more stuff, but I didn't bring my money. I thought this was a glove, and I thought everything was free. Finally know what it is now. Ace.
We're located on St. Albans Drive, West Bay Street. Open Monday to Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed for lunch 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
During the calm before the storm.
Life-threatening storm surge and winds in the northwestern Bahamas.
2019, Freeport Grand Bahama. We're praying for the best.
And in the wake of the devastation. We've hosted countless shows. We've interviewed numerous individuals. We've covered every angle and shared everyone's stories.
The whole roof came off.
Now, 5 years after Hurricane Dorian, we are telling our story.
We need to move now. Let's go now.
You can see we make it out of the hurricane.
I wasn't imagining this.
I was scared. I didn't know if I was burying or coming crying.
This was a storm like no other.
Join us for a Hurricane Dorian special as we take you into the eye of the newsroom. See what we endured behind the scenes during our relentless 72-hour live coverage from before and after the deadliest storm in our nation's history.
Outside is actually flooded.
This is more than a documentary. It's our journey, a testament to our dedication and our commitment to you. Airing September 1st on the only station that kept you informed during the worst storm in the history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is the eye of the newsroom.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the news at an S.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The news at an S, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Coming up for a check on tonight's weather forecast, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have mostly cloudy skies, temperature 83 degrees, the relative humidity at 74%, light winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,018.0 millibars, that is 30.06 inches, and your temperatures around the islands this evening. Marsh, Abaco 83, Green Tulkey at 85, also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 84, Alistown, Bimini 83 degrees, Harper Island also reporting 83 degrees, Roxanne, Eleuthera at 86, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 83 degrees, 84 in Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Black Point, Exuma. Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey registering 86, 87 in Georgetown, Exuma. Then we pick up a string of 88s in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megawana, 1 degree up at 89, Acklands 88, Matthew Town in Agua 85, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 87 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Sunday in the northwestern islands. Your winds are going to be easterly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide, that will take place at 32 minutes past midnight with a low tide at 6:47 tomorrow morning in the central and southeastern islands tonight and Sunday. Easterly winds 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we ask a small craft to exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands through Sunday. And as we take you to the tropics remain quiet. Have a little wave there off the African coast, but nothing much happening now with that. And then closer to home, we have a tropical wave that produced some heavy rains in the early part of the day. That is now moving towards the west. It's really spreading over the Abacos, the Grand Bahama, and the Bimini area, but that will clear later on tonight as that system continues to move towards the west. Now, your forecast for tonight, we look for clearing skies here in the capital with a low temperature of 81 degrees. And tomorrow, it's going to be a thunderstorm in spots, a bit cloudy and breezy in the morning. And then there'll be periods of clouds and sunshine in the afternoon with a high temperature of 90 degrees. Extended weather forecast, pop-up showers out tomorrow. Things clear out quite nicely as we head into Monday with lots of sunshine in the forecast. And then we'll have some of those isolated showers and thunderstorms returning on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Desmond?
Thanks much, Basil. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night.